Fantastic. We're also going to add into the chat several links for you so you can see the resources. So the first link we'll be adding is our presentation PDF. And those of you who are here in person, the first handout that you'll need is your presentation PDF.
Daddy made it.
Okay. Fantastic. Thanks, Ms. Loyo. The second handout is our Title I meeting agenda, our agenda for the night. Coming in hot. And those of you who are in person, your next handout should be your agenda. It's the pink one.
We watch a video on the copy. Daddy, I'm calling the red glass. So many schools.
All right, so the next link being dropped in addition to the handouts, are two Title I documents. The first document is called the School Parent Compact, which everyone in the school has actually already received this copy, and it had a parent signature line at the bottom, so it was signed by parents and returned to the classroom teacher. And the second handout is called the Parent and Family Engagement Plan Summary, and you'll hear it referred to in this presentation as the PFEP. Wow, Ms. Loyos, thank you. You're hard at work here. You're earning your pay today. Vanna White. All right. Okay. So again, welcome to the Title I annual meeting. We meet here today at Hagen Road to discuss an overview of what is Title I, who benefits from Title I, what does it mean, and really what does it do for our school. So I'm really excited to share this with you because this is our first time being a Title I school in many years. So today we're gonna go ahead and look at the purpose of our meeting, and I'm gonna be honest, the purpose of our meeting, welcome. The purpose of our meeting is to discuss Title I and the funds that are attached to that funding. So that every student, oh, that's okay. Sorry. That's all right. So that every student succeeds act requires that Title I schools hold an annual meeting to explain and discuss our school's Title I programs, your rights as the parent, and other school requirements under the Title I umbrella. All right, Ms. Loyo. So first and foremost, what is Title I? Great question. That's why we're here today. Title I is a federal program, and it gives a grant. It gives our school a grant, which is funds, and those funds are used to help meet students' educational goals, provide our staff a PD, and support our school and family partnership. So it's funding for our school to help our students and student achievement. Next question, how did Hagen Road become a Title I school? That is a good question. So eligibility for the school year, our district analyzes income data from the free and reduced lunch forms that are submitted at the beginning of every year, and the district sets an eligibility threshold. So last year, what happened was the state granted an extension. So our percentage was 47% free and reduced lunch, but our school was part of this program that was given an extension to that percentage. So we fell into the category of Title I for that. So what's concerning, you just made the face. It's true. What's concerning about that is we don't know that we'll get that extension again next year, but we're hopeful that we will. So what does Title I mean for our school? Again, Title I means that we are granted additional funds from the state to support our students, teachers, and families. The funds are over and above what the district provides, so we still get to keep the funds from our school budget, but we get these funds in addition to that. The funds are concentrated in instruction material for students, professional development, and activities. Yeah. So for our school, what it means is we have a lot of compliance to follow. With a large sum of money, they want to have every school following the same or similar compliance checkpoints throughout the school year. And it basically outlines how is the school communicating with the families at different points through the school year. How does the school work with the families to make sure that everyone has this information available, to make sure that everyone is engaged in the school community, and that the parents are involved in this decision-making process of being part of the school. So we had this meeting in conjunction with the SAC, the School Advisory Committee, because the two are really like a married couple. Because the SAC, the School Advisory Committee, does work together to make decisions for the school. And where does some of that funding come from? Well, honestly, most of that funding this year will come from these Title I funds. So it's really important that as families and community members understand that we're purchasing things from the school, it's funded under the state program of Title I. All right, so who benefits? Everyone benefits. The students, the teachers, and the families all benefit from Title I funds. Our school-wide plan is outlined in several documents that you have available to you. So in handouts, you have two documents. One is called the Parent and Family Engagement Plan, PFEP, and the other is the School Parent Compact. And again, I'm gonna reference the marriage to SAC because these documents all support our school improvement plan, which we voted to approve last time. All right, so let's talk funding. Let's talk money. We got a large sum of money, and to meet our expected outcomes, which are outlined in our school improvement plan, some of those funds are spent on classroom positions. So the positions that we purchased with our Title I funds, we purchased a reading resource teacher, a math and science resource teacher, and those resource teachers act as the coaches in our school. So they work with not only students, but teachers in the areas of ELA, writing, science, and math. Under Title I, we are given funding for extended learning opportunities, such as a tutorial program, 10 to 12 weeks for students in grades 3 through 5 in the subjects ELA and math. We are also able to purchase technology and supplies, an online subscription to math and science program, IXL, which supports our school improvement plan, and also an online subscription to National Geographic for K-2, which also supports our school improvement plan. Again, to meet our goals and to meet those outcomes outlined in our school improvement plan, under Title I, we make a promise to the family that we include our families in each of these school events throughout the school year, including family trainings. So to make sure that you guys really understand what's going on here at school, we host some events, and some of those events are our curriculum night, which already occurred. We'll host another family training closer to PM3 called Understanding the FAST Test in PM3. And we actually have a date for that in the presentation. Professional development for families, professional development for teachers. Over the summer, there are some different professional development conferences that we're invited to attend. All right. So this is the big why. Why the push under Title I to make sure that the families are included in this huge compact? And the reason is that research shows that when parents and family members are involved, the students are more likely to succeed. The students are more likely to earn better grades, do better on tests, attend school, adapt to change, have better social skills, be promoted to the next grade, graduate high school, and even continue their education after high school. So with that comes our parent and family engagement plan. Again, you have that handout available to you. The parent and family engagement plan is referred to as the PFEP. So that was emailed earlier in the month, I believe the end of August. It was emailed to the school-wide, and now you have the paper copy. It describes how we involve the families in the students' education, and it's written with the input for our schools, families, and staff during our stakeholder input meetings. Our PFEP summaries are sent home with all families, and they're also available online on our website. All right, so it includes our school's mission statements. It includes an outline on how we plan to work with the families, how we train teachers specifically to work with families, and how we support parents in helping their students at home and sharing information. I'm just going to slow down for a second. It's a lot of information in a short amount of time. So the PFEP, if you just want to go back to it, I just want to give you guys a second to take a look. And if you have any questions, now is a good time to address questions regarding the PFEP, the Parent Family Engagement Plan Summary.
You mentioned Nat Geo Kids.
Yeah.
For K through 2.
Correct.
What does that look like for home engagement?
That's great. So it's an online subscription. So once the students are able to log in, whatever is being used in the classroom can be mirrored at home. So as long as there's computer access at home, which there should be, because each student has a device checked out to them, you'll be able to use that subscription at home as well.
When will they receive that?
So we have our budget for Title I that has to be approved. So as soon as our budget lines are approved, we can start purchasing.
Is that one?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Is that one the same as the one you emailed about?
Here,
Because mine have a picture. So,
there you go. This is the district wide. So we have a school one, a Hagen Road version.
okay.
Yep.
Okay, I'll go with
You can have that one. Yeah, take that one. I'll give it too. Okay. So in alignment with the PFEP, we also would like to invite you to attend our upcoming trainings. We've already hosted our curriculum night. I hope you enjoyed. Our ELA literacy night comes up on December 1st, 2023. And our meeting, Understanding Fast Testing in PM3, will be prior to PM3, February 21st, 2024. And we'll do it the same way. We'll piggyback on the February SAC meeting. So if you're already coming to SAC, you'll be able to enjoy more information about PM3 on the February SAC meeting.
Is that grade specific? Like the PM3?
So it's going to be Understanding Fast Testing and PM3, so it'll be K to 5. Yep. Okay. The next document you picked up on your way in is the Hagen Road School Parent Compact. So if you're online, in the chat box, the links are available to you. Now, I think someone jumped in after. Do you mind just copying and pasting those links again? I'm going to give Ms. Loyo just a second because someone joined after we started and we dropped all these links in the chat box for everyone to have available.
Let me find it. This
That's
is the
right.
same, right?
That's right. Yep. The School Parent Compact required a parent signature. Yep. So it was emailed and then a paper copy went home. Great. I've got all 800 of them in my office. So each Title I school must have a school parent compact that is written by parents, family members, and school personnel. So at the end of last year, we started talking about it in our SAC meetings leading up to becoming Title I in April. So the school parent compact sets out the responsibilities of students, parents, family members, and school staff in striving to raise student achievement for all. All right. So again, you have the school parent compact available for your review. Part of that compact is called the parent's right to know. So this is important that under Title I, again, that communication piece is very, very important. And with communication comes transparency. So families have the right to ask about the professional qualifications of their child's teachers. All teachers are qualified and certified to teach. If a teacher does not have a certification that matches their class, parents are notified via letter. So those letters are distributed November to December. Yep. Families must be informed again if their child is taught 4 or more weeks by a teacher who does not meet certification requirements for the grade level or subject being taught, and that comes via an official letter from the school district. Yes, you can go back one. Yep, yep. Yep.
So we'll receive those notifications November or December of this school year?
Yes, of this, any child in Hagen Road whose child is not certified to teach that class. Like, for example, in elementary school, a common certification is called K to 6 elementary. Sometimes there are people who went to college for other things like science education. So they're qualified to teach science, but now they're working in an elementary school. So they have what's called a temporary eligibility to work while they work towards their K through 6 certificate.
I was just making sure that we
Yep.
don't find out in August. We
Well,
find
not-
out in November.
So is there an official date? It's between October, November, December.
It's usually emailed after fall break, but before winter break.
Yep.
That small window. And
Yeah.
what they do is they email Mrs. Jones and I,
Yep.
and then we print it out and send it home.
Oh,
So it goes home to every child in the class. Another common certification that our staff seems to be missing is the ESOL certification.
Yep.
So there are 6 courses, is that right? 6 college level courses that they're required to take, and it takes them about 2 years to complete that. So if they graduated with a master's, if they have a master's degree, they likely don't need it. But it's something that the state added on recently that every teacher needs to be certified. So we see that commonly here. And then I'm able to see where they are in the status of their learning, where they're taking it, if it's through the district or an outside university to get that license. So, and all of that's public information. So if you have a teacher teaching your child who hasn't yet mastered it or completed it, for example, we have a teacher in a gifted classroom. So she has 1 more class. She's enrolled in that class now. She will not finish that class until January, but she's taken the other 5 courses. So her certificate will say you're teaching students with the gifted eligibility and you don't have that license, but it's only because she has 1 more class and she'll finish in January. And we're happy to share that with you.
Great. Okay, under Title I also gives us access to resources. The first resource we have access to is the Migrant Education Program, MEP. The goal of MEP is to assist migrant students in meeting challenging academic standards and achieving graduation from high school with an education that prepares them for responsible citizenship. And that falls under inclusive school practices as well. Okay, so here's more information on the Migrant Education Program, also available in your handout. Check. And the first step is to identify migrant students, and we collect that information as they register. All right. Another program available under the Title I umbrella is a program called Students Experiencing Homelessness. Every student has the right to an education. This is called the McKinney-Vento Homeless Education Program, and the team helps students and families who may live in a shelter, have a temporary housing situation, and need assistance with basic necessities. Every school has a McKinney-Vento contact person and assigned program case manager who works with families, again, to provide them with school uniforms, transportation, bus to and from, and things that they might need to have a successful school day. All right. There is a hotline you can call if that's something that you're more interested in or you need more information about. And there's information. And that concludes our annual Title I overview. So my conclusion is, again, Title I is funding for our school that comes with a compliance piece. And part of that compliance piece is active communication between the school and families. We have some events throughout the year, and we do everything in our power to get everyone to join us at those events. We send invites in multiple languages. We post on our school Twitter. We have our marquee in working order. I hope everyone's enjoying the marquee because I sure am. We're using paper invites as well as email invites, and the Standish sends for lovely text messages, all part of communication that's required under Title I. There is an opportunity to ask questions at this time. So does anyone online or here in person have any questions regarding Title I? Fantastic. You can stop the recording. Thank you so much. And we look forward to a successful school year, and we hope to enjoy our Title I funding. I think we already are.